What's going on, guys? It is your boy Joel TFD here. Welcome back at it again with a brand new review for you guys today. Today I am doing the Star Wars The Last Jedi review, and I'll be completely honest with you guys. I found this movie very entertaining, but I do see why a lot of people hate it, alright? And I'm gonna explain myself in a little bit, but before we do, definitely hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It would really mean a lot if you guys help me reach that goal, but we're also very close to hitting 950, so if you're new and haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. Anywho, let's head straight into this Star Wars The Last Jedi review. Yeah, so I did like this movie. I will admit, I actually really did like this movie. I think the action in it, honestly, really does, really distract you from the writing, if that makes sense, you know? Just because I love the action, honestly, in this movie. I thought it was really, really cool, honestly, especially with, everything that Kylo Ren was in, honestly. I really, really love the storyline, I would say, about Kylo Ren and Luke, you know, of them kind of having, that backstory, you know, of why Luke and Kylo Ren kind of hate each other. So that part, I will say, I actually really did like, honestly. But, kind of looking at it at a grand aspect of things, you know, yeah, I see why a lot of people kind of hate it, honestly, in some type of way. Because, it really doesn't progress the story a lot. They literally just been losing the whole entire movie, honestly, and there was no significant progress when it came to that, honestly. There was no lore or anything, you know. It just felt very stale when it came to the writing, you know. And again, I feel like the action really does distract yourself, honestly, when it comes to the film, because I feel like when I watched the movie, I was mind boggled by the action, that I was like, yo, this is actually not that bad, you know. And I'll admit, after watching the movie, I had to Google why people kind of hated it, just because I was like, why did people hate it, you know? But then that's when I realized that the action really, really distracted me, and I was like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense, you know? So that's why I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I see why people kind of see it now, because it's they literally just been losing the whole time, honestly, and it really does nothing to progress the story. So that's why I think the only thing that it progresses, which kind of doesn't in a way, but is the whole thing again with Luke and Kylo Ren, you know, why they're enemies in the first place, you know. And that's really about it. And another thing too that a lot of people hated, honestly, which I will have to agree to, honestly, is how Luke just became this blah. He was so preached about him being the new hope, honestly, in the whole universe and the whole Star Wars lore and everything, and just now he was just kind of eh. Yeah, I retired, guys. And I kind of see why, honestly, in a way. But he did look badass. I will say he did look badass in the end, alright? I did like what he did at the end, but it definitely could have been portrayed a little better, in my personal opinion, alright? But again, the movie, action-wise, was generally not that bad. I actually really did like the action in this movie. But I see in the grander screen... Wow, what's the phrase again? In the greater scheme of things. There we go. I said it right. In the greater scheme of things, it wasn't as impactful, I would say, as the other Star Wars films. I am very, very curious to see Rise of Skywalker. I did watch that movie when it came out, but now that I know a little bit more of the lore of Star Wars and everything, I'm very, very curious to see how everything kind of unfolds in some type of way. I'll be honest, it's been a while since I watched that movie. All I know is that Palpatine is back, honestly, and I'm really, really trying to remember what happened. I will admit, I remember freaking Kylo Ren and Rey being a thing, so I was kind of what, okay. I'm definitely curious about that movie, to be honest, now that I know more of the Star Wars lore and everything. But another thing I would say too is Rose. I found her annoying. I think a lot of people could agree with me with that, honestly, but I kind of found her annoying, honestly. I didn't really like that. She was kind of this one character, you know, and I don't know, there's nothing really emotional about that character to really have a deeper connection with in some type of way. So that's why I'm kind of just about it, you know. But we'll see. We'll see like how Rise of Skywalker is in some type of way, you know. Very, very curious again to see how that movie goes. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about The Last Jedi, to be honest. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you guys did, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you guys think of the movie in the comment section down below. If you guys have anything you guys that you guys seen from the movie that I haven't talked about, any details or anything, definitely comment them down below. I would be down to like have a conversation with you guys. Anywho, peace out, guys. To enjoy every day, make every now stay. Everyone stay positive and be positive. You guys already know to have a positive mindset. Peace.